Well, hello and welcome to your astrology for July 2023. I've been putting this together. Again, this channel is still evolving. I used to have a show called Astrology Chat on my other channel, but since moving over to here and starting this new channel, it's still evolving, still going, trying to figure things out. And I'm really enjoying the process, to be honest with you. But I have listened to a lot of your feedback, either in comments or emails or even phone calls, because it seems like and I'm really grateful for this, many of my clients are listening to my shows, so I appreciate it. But I've been listening to that and hearing what you have to say, and that you do like the astrology separate from your monthly numerology or the zodiac readings that I do for the new moon and the full moon. I'm probably still going to touch on it just a little bit, but this is going to be the basic overview for the month of July, so that you don't have to listen to me go on and on and on about the astrology when you're listening to those shows for your readings. And this is just a basic overview of the astrology for July. If you're looking for something more detailed, there's some wonderful, wonderful astrologers out there. Some really great ones. Deborah Silverman, Maren Altman, one of my favorites. She's a Virgo. She's a snappy dresser. And Molly McCord. There's many, many more astrologers. So if you're looking for some detailed information, then I suggest that you find an astrologer that resonates with you and listen to them. This is an overview so that you can look at listen to your monthly numerology, listen to your zodiac readings, and see how it applies to you and how it fits in. Okay? So we're starting out July. Well, you know what? I want to talk about how we're ending June. So I have notes because, I'm a Virgo. Okay, so how we're ending June. We had 3 planets go retrograde in June. We had Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune all go retrograde in June. It was not a huge upset, but, it's heavy for retrograde season, right? We ended the month with 3 planets plus North Node in Earth, 3 planets plus the Sun in water, and 2 planets in fire. We didn't have any planets in air at the end of the month. However, Mercury did spend most of the month of June in Gemini, so, it's okay. I mean, we did have a little bit of air there. But in July, we got some different things happening. So we start off the 1st of July with the Sun conjunct Mercury, which happens quite often, to be honest with you, because Mercury follows the Sun. But when the Sun is conjunct Mercury, we look at we need to pay attention to the details. So it's really just important that we pay attention to those details. So I kind of like where we're starting off for the month of July. Now, then we move into the 3rd of July. The 3rd of July, we have the full moon in Capricorn that hits its peak at 7:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you will know that all of my times are Eastern Standard Time because that's where I am. Sorry, just checking on the cat. This full moon in Capricorn is a fantastic time for you to take stock and evaluate. We're going to evaluate where we're going and where you've been. So where you're going, what direction are you headed in? What's the next goal? What kind of momentum are you in? Are you moving too fast? Are you moving too slow? Where are we at? It's a good time to evaluate that. Where have you been? It's a good time to evaluate what you've learned, what you need to walk away from, what you need to pick up and carry with you, what you're taking on your journey, especially on this next path, this next part of your journey, this next part of your path. And remember, the moon is emotions. All right, the moon represents emotions. Now, the full moon, when we have the full moon, that means the moon and the sun are in opposition of each other. Well, the moon rules Cancer, and that's where the sun is right now. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is very much the disciplinarian. One astrologer always says that Saturn is that high school principal that's like, no, that's not what we're doing today. And very much, again, the disciplinarian. So Saturn, with Capricorn, a full moon in Capricorn, we're looking at like emotional ties to maybe our long-term success. We're looking at our emotional ties to business or our jobs. And all of this is coupled with the fact that we have Venus and Mars in Leo. And we also have the Sun, Mercury, and Midheaven in Cancer right now. So we may feel a little bit emotional about like what's going on with our business or what's going on with our job or our career path. But the important thing is to not make decisions based on emotion, but to look at the long term. Look at like, where is this decision going to put me in a year or in 5 years or in 6 months? Where is this going to put me? Think long term. Don't think just like right now. Don't make an emotional decision, but let your emotions be your guide during this time. Definitely. I know. Isn't this great? So much fun. So then, that's on the 3rd. Then on the 10th, we have Mars going into Virgo. Now, Mars in Virgo is a time to be patient, detail-oriented, and very much to be positive. Look at that glass as half full during this time. This is like, Virgo is so analytical and Mars is the god of war. So look at this as we're going to have like analytical arguments and discussions during this time. This is very efficient and fast-moving energy. This is a great time to streamline. It's a great time to streamline your work, your exercise like routines, your eating habits. What are you wanting to do? Are you wanting to get healthy? What are you wanting to do with your home? What are you wanting to do with your work? How are you wanting it to grow? It's a great time to streamline and cut out the clutter. This is a fantastic time for our plans and our dreams to definitely take root. Again, thinking in longevity. That I feel like is the whole theme to the month of July, is longevity. Is like everything has longevity in this month. Like everything is putting us to a place where we can really build a great solid foundation for whatever it is that we're wanting to grow and build. This is a great time to develop a routine or a schedule that you want to really stick to, maybe for the rest of the year or maybe for the whole next year. This is an excellent time to start a business or a new job or even to start learning something new. Maybe you want to take some classes in something. Maybe you're going back to school. This is a fantastic time to do that. With Mars being in Virgo, I'm a Virgo, so I'm going to tell you how much I love this next thing. This is a great time to organize your budget. Oh yeah, that's me. I love it. I love like writing it down, handwriting it down before I put it on that spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets. So this is a fantastic time for you to really organize your budget. Again, streamline it even. But this is a great time for you to organize like what you're going to do with your finances for the next 6 months, the next year, the next 5 years, if you want to achieve some bigger goals. And I really do enjoy this part because, I just love it. I can pull out receipts and documents and stuff from the last 3 years and be like, here's what I paid for that. Here's what I paid for that. It's very exciting. The shadow side of this is you don't want to get too picky. You don't want to get too picky, and you really want to be careful when you're expressing your opinions because people may misinterpret it as aggression. Also, don't focus on other people's imperfections. Bring that home and focus on your own imperfections. Don't let that roll over into somebody else. This is all going to tie in when you see Mercury going into Virgo in the later part of the month. Now, before Mercury goes into Virgo, on the 11th, Mercury has to go into Leo before it goes into Virgo. So on the 11th, Mercury goes into Leo. And this is so fantastic because creativity is off the chart when Mercury is in Leo. This is a really great time of confidence. Mercury in Leo is the star of the show. It gives that kind of vibes as just like the leading man or lady or goat, whatever. But the thing is the leading lady, leading man energy here. This is stand out time. It really is. This is stand out with your looks, with your personality, with hair, with clothing, whatever. But this is a standout time. So if you're wanting to shine at work, Mercury and Leo is going to help you do that. Really, it's going to give you that no guts, no glory sort of energy. Oh yeah, this is fast moving energy with communication. So be aware of that. It is fast moving. You don't want to get ahead of yourself. This is a very entertaining time. Having Mercury in Leo is a very entertaining time. Then on the 17th, we have the new moon in Cancer. The new moon in Cancer hits its pinnacle at 2:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, the moon rules Cancer. So this is just a really great time for emotional health. And this is a really great time for you to pay attention to your emotional needs. With the moon in Cancer, it makes us feel vulnerable. It just makes us feel. We're going to feel a lot. We're going to have a lot of feelings during this time. It makes us feel vulnerable. So, thus, we want to be more protective. We want to be more protective of our space. We want to be more protective of our nearest and dearest. Very, very important. This is also a time of nesting energy where we want to work on being comfortable. We want to work on being comfortable in our home, in our work life. Whatever it is, we want to make sure that we feel comfortable. So, you may, if you spend a lot of time like sitting at a desk at work, you may be like rearranging it and just being like, what's more cozy for me? What works better for me? You're definitely doing that at home because home is so important to Cancers. Home is its castle. They need to feel comfortable at home, if nowhere else. So this truly is an important time for Cancer. This is also very mothering, very nurturing energy where you're wanting to be mothering and nurturing to other people. Don't forget to turn that on yourself during this time. Very, very sensitive emotionally. So again, pay attention to your emotional health, your emotional needs. And this is a really unique time because this is a time to focus on quiet desires. Like when I say quiet desires, it's those things that you've had in the back of your mind that you just haven't wanted to tell anybody about. And this is not the time to tell anybody about it. This is the time to start and develop them without telling anyone about it, without going into detail, without like getting everybody's opinion. This is a time for you to just do it all on your own and then tell everybody about it after it's done. I will tell you, last year when the new moon was in Cancer, that's when I was starting to develop this channel. That's when I was leaving my old channel behind and walking away from, a lot of those subscribers have left that channel and come to this channel, and I'm grateful to you. Thank you. But that's when I started to leave that channel and start with brand new energy and do a channel the way that I've always wanted to do it. That's when I started to do it, was last year at this time. I know. And I didn't tell anybody about it, and I didn't pull the trigger on it completely until the first week of September. Yeah. All right. So continuing on, after that new moon in Cancer, On the 22nd, we have a couple of things going on the 22nd. We have the sun moving into Leo. Yeah, at 9:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the sun moves into Leo. Here's a little thing. The sun rules Leo. So guess what? He is happy to be there. The sun is just so happy in Leo. I mean, really, just off the charts happy. So this is where creativity blossoms. I mean, this is such a wonderful creative period. We've got all this creativity just flowing in everywhere with Mercury in Leo and now with the sun in Leo. This is a real optimistic time. This is a time to be confident and self-assured. This is a really great time to be bold and enthusiastic. Maybe even a bit showy. Maybe you're feeling a lot sexier than normal, or like regularly. I don't want to say normal, but maybe you're just like going, I want to show off this side of me. I want to do this. I want to do that. This is a wonderful time for you to bring out that showy energy and to be bold and confident. Now, the shadow side here is you need to be cautious because being confident or being self-assured could make people think that you're arrogant. Not necessarily the case every time, but it could definitely happen. And being self-assured and being maybe enthusiastic could make people think that you're being aggressive. So just be cautious of those things while the sun is in Leo. Also on the 22nd at 9:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Venus going retrograde in Leo. So now Venus only goes retrograde every 18 months. But this is a great time for you to reassess your finances, for you to recalibrate your love life, and rewrite your story. Venus rules Taurus and Libra, so we're really, really seeing a lot of emphasis and focus on love and money. So with your finances, it's definitely a time to watch your budget, don't overspend, and reduce those lavish expenses. Where relationships are concerned, we want to make sure that we have healthy boundaries set or establish them. Watch our communication because this could be a time of miscommunication, and be mindful of your frustration with your loved ones because this can be a very frustrating time if the communication isn't lining up properly. Yeah. Now, on the 28th, we're coming to an end. Can you believe this? End of July. On the 28th, we have Mercury going into Virgo. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, but Mercury is exaltant in Virgo. This is his happiest place ever. So this is a really fantastic place for Mercury to be. And it's great for all of us. It really is. Especially this Virgo. This can be a very, very productive time. And you can really make progress on your projects, on your plans, on your dreams during this transit. You'll feel a momentum to get things done, focus on the details that need to be tended to, and analyze all the information that is coming into you. And whether it's coming in from coworkers, from your boss, from your family, from your spouse, or from spirit. All this information that is coming into you, you're going to be analyzing it and putting it right where it's supposed to go. Yeah. Now, here's something important. Don't be overly critical because during this time, that can make you go in circles. And that's not the optimal place to be and do with Mercury being in Virgo. You want to embrace the productivity. Don't be critical. And it's so hard because Virgos are naturally critical. Again, yeah. So Mercury does go retrograde while he's in Virgo in August. And that is, that's going to be an important topic for August now, isn't it? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really am loving this channel. I'm having the best time. So I thank you, and I thank all of you that encouraged me to continue doing like astrology. So we're going to see how this goes and maybe do astrology once a month so that you can understand what's happening or what you need to pay attention to with your monthly numerology and with your zodiac readings that I do on the full moon and the new moon every month. Oh, yeah, and don't forget, and this is so new, I haven't even made an intro for it, so I will get to that soon. Yeah, but don't forget to watch some of the awesome Reviewed at the Round Table shows that I have. I have been editing, and I am posting some that I made months ago when my roots had not grown out yet, so you'll love it. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful month in July. Make sure you check out your monthly numerology and your zodiac readings for July. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.